Well, Rabbi, we're in the middle of Passover, but it's Easter Sunday as well. And I got to remember, I have very fond memories of Easters as a child, egg hunts, hard-boiled eggs, egg dyeing. You, I was always artistic and creative. So let's, I always got let's see what Joe does because he's so talented as a little boy. And we would go out for Easter brunch, and there were displays of hard-boiled eggs with live rabbits in them sometimes, and we would take the eggs and eat them at the table while we waited for our breakfast to come. Those were always great memories for me. How about you?
And I can remember maybe the same age, but I was very young. We would not eat bread or matzah a couple of days before the first Seder. And so my sister and I, we always got excited, would get the Seder plate, and you put all the items on the Seder plate, and then you put a stack of matzah. And it's weird to think that we looked forward to eating the matzah. Hadn't had bread or matzah in a few days.
And now, of course, one of the staples of our Easter Passover ritual is matzah brie, which is eggs and matzah. But how do we transition from those joyous memories to the world today and how faith and holiday tradition interacts with all the stuff that's going on right now?
It would be a mistake not to look out the window and see inflation, the price of gasoline, what appears to be an endless war, nations being torn apart, countries fighting. Even here in the United States, we're not approaching our problems. We're just making things worse, both Democrats and Republicans. And, you know, we need a way across a very narrow bridge, Joe, because if we let what's going on around us get to us, if we don't have a strategy to deal with what's going on, we're going to be even more miserable than we actually are.
I have a lot of friends who have faith in different things. There are some who have faith in the current administration. There are others who pray for solutions in church to fix the current administration or replace it. Um, I live in a community with a lot of different faiths. I have Hindu, Muslim, Eastern Orthodox, certain amount of atheists and agnostics, I'm sure, are scattered about, and different versions of Christianity surrounding me. And we all express faith and hope that things will get better. That's not a bad thing, is it?
No, we all need a strategy to get through today, tomorrow, and the coming weeks. Things are not going to get better instantly. Things aren't going to be resolved. In fact, things will probably get worse and deteriorate before the upward curve. And we don't want to fall into that despair or become pessimistic or overly optimistic and wear rose-colored glasses. Not asking that. What I'm asking is each one of us needs to find our way across the bridge, our path, and I think faith may be the way to get us through the day.
Well, I know the Pope's message of faith I found very encouraging. Other messages of faith that I saw over the last 24 hours, maybe not so much. But I remember, whenever things were about to get tough or going to get tough, my mother, whenever I drove home from home to college, she would always pull out, this is her St. Joseph's medal that I inherited. She would take it, she would kiss it, and then she would make the sign of the cross over me to protect me in my journeys and travails. But that didn't mean I didn't have to pay attention to traffic signals or speed limits.
And I think for those of us who are Jewish, we could pause for a moment and recite the Shema. It's a meditation, it's a moment, it's a belief that even though things are, they're going to get better. And I think for Islam and Hindu and Buddha, there are prayers, there are objects, there are meditations. Each one of us needs our faith moment in the darkness that's surrounding us. And then we can look out and be realistic. I'm not saying we shouldn't be realistic. I'm not saying we should pretend or put on rose-colored glasses. That won't work. But what would work is each of us to have our moment of faith, to stop, and then to be able to look at what's going on and going, it's not good, and I have faith it's going to get better.
Well, I know your examples of faith are always inspiring to me, Rabbi. You're one of the most grounded people I know, but also one of the most devotional people I know. I hope that you take that as a compliment. And
I
so I
do.
say with all my heart, happy Easter and happy Passover.
And that's what we say to everybody. There's no reason to change the name of the holiday or the weekend. There's no reason to pretend it's spring break. Listen, written here into Maryland, there's no school on Good Friday or Easter Monday. Let's call it for what it is. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with sharing faith. There's nothing wrong with acknowledging we have different faiths. Doesn't mean I have to believe what you believe. You don't have to believe what I believe. What it means is we respect each other's way of belief and we learn to live with each other without using it for political office or gain. Let's respect each other. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one.